Okay, guys, today we will be working on rate of change. So by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to find the rate of change in tables and in graphs. So let's look at our first question. This is using rate of change in a table. It says a vendor who sold bread at farmers markets counted the number of leftover loaves at the end of each day. According to the table, what was the rate of change between Wednesday and Friday? So you've been accustomed to using y over x to find your constant and things like that. So we're still using that y over x, except with rate of change, with change being your keyword there. We're doing the change in our y value over the change in our x value. Okay, so in this one we are comparing Wednesday and Friday. So these are the values we're looking at. Okay, so let's look at our y value. So remember in your table, this is your x and this is your y. So 49 to 41 from Wednesday to Friday. So first of all, it went down in number. So we're going to remember that that is negative because it went down in number. Now, your change just means your difference. Okay, so 49 subtract 41 is 8. So our y value changed by 8. It went down 8. And then our x value is from Wednesday to Friday. Well, how many days is that? So you don't count Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday. This is 2 days. So we would divide by 2. Now remember, a negative number divided by a positive number gives us a negative number. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So our answer is negative 4. Okay, let's look at another one with rate of change in a table. It says a dog show enthusiast recorded the weight of the winning dog at recent dog shows. According to the table, what was the rate of change between 2010 and 2013? Okay, so in our table we have our x values and our y values. And we're comparing 2010 and 2013. Okay, so we're going to do our change in our y over the change in our x value. Okay, so 46 to 40. So we've went down again, so that's negative. And if you need to, 46 minus 40, it changed by 6, so it went down 6. Okay, from 2010 to 2013, that is 3 years. And you could do 2013 minus 2010. So that is 3 years. And a negative number divided by a positive number is a negative number. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that is negative 2 kilograms per year. Okay, pause your video and try this one on your own. Worried about going over her storage limit, Tina monitored the number of undeleted voicemail messages stored on her phone each day. According to the table, what was the rate of change between Thursday and Saturday? So we're comparing Thursday and Saturday. So we're going to do our change in y over our change in x. These are your x values, these are your y values. So it went from 17 to 5. So it's went down in number, so it's negative. And 17 minus 5 is 12 over Thursday to Saturday. So you don't count Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, that is 2 days. A negative number, that negative 12 divided by a positive 2 here, gives us a negative answer. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. So our answer is negative 6. Pause your video and try this one on your own. Sean kept a tally of the number of emails she received each day for a week. according to the table, what was the rate of change between Tuesday and Friday? So we're comparing Tuesday and Friday. So we're going to do our change in Y over our change in X. So it went from 6 to 3. So that went down 3. And our X value, which is from Tuesday to Friday, so you would not count Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that is 3. A negative 3 divided by a positive 3, so a negative and a positive give us a negative, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So your answer would be -1 emails per day. So each day your emails were decreasing by an email. Okay, now let's look at this in graphs. It says a vendor who sold bread at farmers markets counted the number of leftover loaves at the end of each day. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between Monday and Wednesday? Okay, so here's your Monday value, and then your Wednesday value. So you can already see in your graph, you don't really have to worry about calculating it like you did in the table. You can already see in your graph, well, it's obviously lower on Wednesday than it was on Monday. So in that case, we can already tell that our answer is going to be a negative. Okay, so we're still figuring out our change in our Y over our change in X. So remember, the leftover loaves is this Y on this Y axis here. Okay, so for Monday, that value was 30. And on Wednesday, that value was 20. So 30 minus 20 gives us 10. So that's our change in Y. And then find our change in our X. So our change in our X value, that's down here. This is our X. So we went from Monday to Wednesday. So again, we don't count Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, that is 2 days. So we have 10 over 2. And 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. Okay, let's look at another graph. Every year, Washington has a citywide relay and reports the winning times. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2014 and 2015? So we're looking at 2014 and 2015. So we can see that that decreased. So that is a negative answer. So our Y value, when we do our change in Y, our Y value in 2014 was 44, and our Y value in 2015 was 36. So 44 minus 36, which is 8, over the change in our X values. So our X value was from 2014 to 2015 is just 1. So 8 over 1 is 8. And we've already discovered that it is negative because we can see in our graph that from 2014 to 2015 it decreased, which is represented by that negative sign. Go ahead and pause your video and try the rate of change in graphs on your own. Ms. Jensen told students how many rounds to expect in the spelling bee based on previous years. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2012 and 2016? So here's our 2012. Here's our 2016. Well, as you can see, it stayed on the same line here. So if that happens in your graph, then you did not have a rate of change. So it changed by 0. Go ahead and pause your video and try this one on your own. The drama department recorded how long the annual school play lasted each year. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2014 and 2018? So we're looking at 2014. and we're looking at 2018. So we're going to do our change in y over the change in x. So our y value went from 88 to 78. So it has went down 10. And our x value went from 2014 to 2018. So that is 4. So again, we already know this is negative because we can see it decreased from 2014 to 2018. So we're going to put our negative. And we need to simplify this 10 over 4. So 2 we go into 10 5 times and into 4 2 times. So we could say 5 halves, or we could say 2 and 1/2, which is just converting that 5 halves to a mixed number. But negative 5 over 2, which could also be written as negative 2 and 1/2, or negative 2.5. Go ahead and complete your assessment, which can be found at the bottom of this page.